Hello, everybody. This is Sean, and welcome back to episode number 71 of our Rimworld Alpha 15 Fallville Let's Play. We're on Cassandra Extreme Permadeath with an outdoor tundra colony, and when we left off, the colony of Fallville was still just doing fine. Things are going pretty smooth here, and I am slowly thinking of wrapping this series up. I think I might wrap it up maybe with 75. Maybe even sooner, maybe in just a couple more episodes. But we just found out yesterday that Tynan will not be releasing Alpha 16 until at least next month. I know this is not going to last until next month, so I want to start a new one, and it may be a good time for that. This colony is going really well, and it seems kind of invulnerable at this point. I don't know. I might start a new one and keep this one going. Like, I really am having fun with this, so I don't know for sure that that's what I'm going to do. I might just keep this one going and then not start a new one until Alpha 16. It's hard to say, but I kind of want to get a new one going. So I do have a new one going off that I'm not recording, and I'm having fun with that. But every time something cool happens, I'm like, too bad I'm not recording this, because it would be fun to see. For, somebody will see this eventually. So, I want whoever sees it to have it be fun. Anyways, let's focus on this game and not worry so much about the meta conversation. Major break risk. Vasilisa, of course. Oh, yeah, of course, Vasilisa. She lost her brother, so don't be such a jerk, Sean. Be nice to Vasilisa. That means by going to her job assignment, let's give Shade job assignment as well. He doesn't have any weird stuff going on. So Shade can just be a daytime person, but our friend Vasilisa, we're going to leave her on night, but we're going to allow her to do anything she wants during the day. Still Joy with everybody else, so maybe she can make some friends, but you don't have to feel compelled to work or anything, Vasilisa, if you're feeling down. We've got the next 6 weeks to do that. We still got our comedy hunter going at it down here. Over in Grim Lake, my pawns are really having trouble getting food. So I look over at this freezer and I'm so jealous. Also, it's a tribal colony, so I'm very jealous of the refrigeration. I don't understand why. So that's set to preferred, and that's set to preferred. Why is this one filling up and that one is not? Don't think just by putting one there that's going to make me think it's filling up. I'm sitting there looking at it. Okay, hold on. So, are you somehow going to force me to start breeding foxes? Because I really don't want to breed foxes. I don't care how well you serve as cannon fodder. Alright, I'm going to leave you around. We'll see. This will definitely encourage me to wrap this series up. So I'm going to leave them and let them start having babies. And then I'm going to get frustrated with having all these stupid animals around, and then that'll be time to let this colony go. That's how it always happens when I start having animals in my colony. Wow, they're really going a long ways to haul. Must be because I did fiddle around a little bit with the storage zones and stockpile zones in the middle here. I set up a nice steel stockpile here. I received some feedback from a viewer that my stockpile zones are out of control crazy. That's not accurate. That my stockpile zones are making this viewer dizzy. That is accurate. I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong, but they aren't on point. Normally, I would spend a lot more time kind of fiddling around with stockpile zones and set them up. Generally, what I like to do is I like to have everything in here be kind of a lower priority, and then set up higher priorities going outward from there. So that way they fill up all the outside stuff first, and then they fill up the inside stuff last. And typically they're going to pull from the outside first, and so stuff will move from the inside to the outside, or from the outside to the inside. But I didn't quite get that set up that way this time. Like, I have this area segregated from the trade beacons because I want those clothes for my pawns to wear, but I can still sell them to the walk-in traders, so that kind of eliminates the real purpose for that. I guess this is also lower quality clothing, which I don't want to have. This kind of just gives me a good idea of how much clothing I actually have. Oh, I've got idle colonists over here. That is a rare occurrence. So Buchanan and Raccoon, what kind of work do I need to give these guys? Buchanan is an artist. Why isn't he making art? I have 3. So that's Greg, and Waters. What? Greg, why are you doing art in 2 places? And that still doesn't make sense why Buchanan wouldn't be doing art. Why don't you just come down here and... Well, they're all up to reasonably high skill level. So we're gonna drop these small sculptures down to where they will not be available, and we're gonna add large sculptures in there. And we're gonna reduce all these things like we did last time, like that. Oops, I want to be able to capture that wood that's in there though, so I think that's going to be just fine. And we're going to unclear all of them and only allow plasteel. I don't even think I want to do plasteel. Definitely wood. Why not plasteel? I probably have a bunch of plasteel again, so we can start having some plasteel statues. I don't want to worry about gold and jade, and you know, eventually I might do a gold small statue, like just one at a time, and set it up to where it's, you know, only for the finest crafters and stuff like that. And I'm going to do that same bill on here, make large sculpture, look at those details, drop that ingredient radius down quite a bit more than that actually, please. Let's go to like 12. That's good enough. We're going to clear all. We're going to make it wood and plasteel. Great. Is that what I have over here as well? All right. And we're going to drop on floor. We're going to do forever. Close it. And let's make sure I have this one set up properly. Drop on floor. Of course, I didn't have that set properly. All the rest of it looks good. For this one, I forgot to set a artistic skill, so we're going to do that. And then for down here, yeah, Greg. Geez, Greg, you are working on everything everywhere, aren't you? Why don't you finish that one off? That is the one that you were working on, right? Right. I doubt he's going to finish it. I should probably just have him cancel it. How many more work does he have in that one? 177. Actually, would have been faster to have him finish the plasteel one first. Especially because he's probably not going to finish this one. And I just don't have the patience to make you guys sit through waiting to see if he finishes it up, so I'll probably forget about it before I get a chance to really follow up and make sure that he does. Our smoke leaf crop is coming in. Everybody's moods seem to be holding up okay. Vasilisa and Greg, yeah. Oh, Greg. Sounds like you did finish? No, that's this one that finished, and now she's making a large sculpture. He, she, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, I'd have to click on the pawn and look at their gender. Forget that. Sounds like a lot of work. All right. Put you out in the kill zone. Does this disrupt I don't think it disrupts the zone. Yeah, because I mean, I kind of am putting it into a storage zone. Just not necessarily putting it into the right part of the storage zone. Good. Well, this should keep the good balance going to where those guys can all stay working, producing art, even though it's not really the most important thing for my pawns to be producing at this time. I've got it set to where it's all good constructors, so I'm going to do up another couple of rounds of those weapons benches, equipment benches. What are they called again? They are under furniture, and they are equipment racks. That's what they're called. Plasteel. There we are. Plasteel equipment racks. Let's get a bunch of you built. 2, 3. All right, that'll get me some easy money. As well, why stop? Why not just keep setting up more to build? I'll run out of room eventually, and that'll be a good time to say, okay, that's enough. Call that a day. And I think this is that point right there. That will be plenty. Still have idle colonists, the Fly and Vasilisa. So what sort of shenanigans can I get them up to? Vasilisa can haul and clean, and that's about it. So that's good that she is idle. And the Fly has got to be on here somewhere. He can do all sorts of stuff, and he's idle too. Why isn't he working on... Because that's Flay's project. Well, that's a shame. I guess I don't really need any components anyways. I probably have plenty of them. Not quite sure where they're... Yeah, 144, so that's why. Because I am buying components as fast as I can use them. I suppose one thing that I could do is start mining and getting more stone chunks, which I could then turn into bricks. So let's go ahead and open this up for mining. Is there any reason to hold back? This will be a wall eventually, but that's not a problem currently. I can open it up, and you know, once it's cleared out properly, I'll be able to handle infestations from there. Let's go ahead and cancel. I just want to go about it in a methodical manner, so we'll just draw a line right there, and we'll be able to connect back up later on. Orbital trade trade beacon broken down. Merry-go-round broke down. So I was thinking I need a door there. Plasteel, there we are. So we'll put it right there. We'll just put in some, I'm sure I have plenty of slate. I have enough slate anyway. Do that there, and then we will do some mining through there. It sure would be nice if you could use a hotkey to open this and then open this. If I could do that, then I would probably bother to learn all the hotkeys. But since I can't open those without bringing the mouse down here, I'm just so much in the habit of using the mouse on those. I know the hotkey for mine, it's L, but clicking L doesn't do any good unless you can get that open. And if you're already down there, why wouldn't you just why wouldn't you just use the mouse? I mean, I know good reasons you wouldn't just use the mouse, because it is slightly more time consuming. It's really the only reason you need. Wow, these guys mine really fast. We're going to have orders to haul all those stone pieces. I think that was the whole point of all this drilling, was just to get these stone chunks. Still got some laying around just out in the grass too. Suppose I could be picking those up. But I'd rather kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Zing! Don't know that that was really a zinger. Is it even a pun? More of a callback, I guess. I think that's quite an adequate way of describing it. How about a lazy writing? How does that sound? That sounds about right. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of not lazy writing, I forgot it's Sunday night, and a new episode of Westworld is going to be out real soon here. So I have something to look forward to after I record this episode and one more episode. Westworld should be out by then. Watch that before I go to bed. That show's pretty good. I'm real happy with it. Liked the... my dad used to love that movie. So I saw it once or twice. Of course, the show's nothing like the movie, but, you know, still think of it. It's too bad Dad won't really get to watch Rimworld, but, Westworld. And of course, it has the name that's similar to this show, so, or to this game, so it's easy to get them confused. Get some mining going on down there. Again, I should do the same sort of cutoff line here so they don't go too far. Wonder why they haven't mined. Okay. Probably because they were waiting for me to show them. Area revealed, yeah. I'm sure it was like one little square, a couple little squares. Orbital trade beacon again, combat supplier. Is this the one I already forgot to talk to, basically? Because I probably forgot to talk to him. House Places needs coming along. Why don't you go call that combat supplier? And then, whoa, my gosh, look at, they built those racks. We're going to uninstall, and then you're going to have to put all those weapons back, so that's kind of a drag. Well, actually, I'll probably sell a bunch of those weapons right now, so I guess it's not going to be as much of a drag as it could have been. May as well buy medicine, buy those components, of course. So those are items that I could be buying, and I don't want to. I don't need a poor charge rifle, that's for sure. Actually, I should be able to sell anything that is within range of these beacons, because this is an orbital trader, and I don't need to worry about selling stuff that I've got set aside. So, nice straightforward. Oh, except I think I do still want to hold on to those helmets. I built them myself. That's it. No bionics to sell me. It's a shame. I couldn't sell any of these weapons that I had in storage here, although they may have been appropriate for sales. Do I have anybody that's just carrying around like a normal charge rifle or some sort of weapon? I had good charge rifles available there. That's a good one. Normal steel mace. I bet you could get a better melee weapon if they have any over there. Everything else seems to be... Yep, and that takes us full circle. So, who had the normal steel mace? Silver mace. Hard to do better than that. There we go. That's Reiner. Well, I should... excuse me, everybody's going to get a boost from the wedding, so I should let them enjoy that. And it looks like he has, so let's give him a good sword. And then he can fight. If a dragon shows up, he can go fight the dragon. Rah! Looking at all these projects I never even started. Garden down there, another garden there. The second perimeter wall. How can I abandon this colony? The giant thing up here that I was going to build. Another area. This is going to be Devil Strand City. The big, beautiful wall. Taking advantage of all that natural terrain, all this stuff I didn't mine out yet. I might just have to keep you around, Fallville. There's just too much to do here. How could I possibly leave? We're at 277 days, so kind of my normal, or I shouldn't say that. I think the longest I've ever played a colony was for 500 days. And I didn't really want to leave that one behind either. I wanted to keep playing that. But I didn't. I let it go and started a new one. Well, I'll make up my mind over the next few days. So if I got you down at the beginning of this episode, hopefully you're still watching, and now I can sort of cheer you up. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you'd rather watch a new series. Let's be honest. By the time most, if anyone hears this, there probably will be a new series going, anyways. You'll know what the answer is, unless you watch this within the first week or so that it comes out. The future will already be the past. The future is now, as Coen Brothers once said in the Hudsucker Proxy. We are going to build a copy. There's where we're going to build it. And then once this guy burns through, boy, he is one fast miner. What is he at? Level 17, so that explains it. He should be a fast miner at that point. What I was trying to do is click the P button, which would then cause them to haul all those rocks. And we're going to do that mining as well. Almost there. Keep going. Keep mining. Very fortunate on the disaster front. You know, I mean, it was a shame. That's probably why. Probably because we lost whoever it was that we lost a few episodes back. Kramer. Let's look at Kramer's art. Needy Misery. The sarcophagus bears a representation of the minor celebrity Lorena looking crazy. The subjects are in front of a valley while the image seems to express chaos. Okay. Don't know who Lorena is. I haven't really looked at any. Let's look at this new piece of art here. We have a superior plasteel sculpture with an image of Greg smacking Hiroki Shade. Oh, Shade. But Shade is not a member of our colony. Oh, Shade is a member of our colony. Well, that's real nice, isn't it? While capturing with obviously excessive force, Greg is looking into Shade's eyes with a sense of dominance. The lower part of the image is dominated by a mountain, and the overall composition is unbalanced, much like Greg himself. This tells the story of capturing of Shade in the winter of 5504. So, not that long ago, just like a week ago, Greg captures Shade and then immediately runs over and makes a sculpture about it. I wonder if that's what they do. They just like make a sculpture of the last thing that they did. This is only a good sculpture, so it's not really going to have the kind of details you might look for. I'm sure Greg has plenty of, like this one, Cataclysm of Shu. Bears a depiction of Shu trying to, tying Raccoon's hands with obvious excessive force. Raccoon is snarling with the fury of defeat. The work suggests the concept of starvation. That is powerful work. No wonder it's a masterwork. If it can suggest the concept of starvation. Not even starvation, just the concept of it. If you squint your eyes, the very dynamic composition of the image reveals the outline of a muffalo. Right. How about any of these beds have artwork on them? I don't think hospital beds end up with artwork. That'd be funny if the steel beds had artwork. You know, before I chopped up all those beds, I should have put some of them into the prison instead of leaving them with whatever cruddy beds that I left them with. Now that yayo I can open up and burn. Clear that up. Now, how did I end up deleting 2 columns while I was over here? That's weird. But it's also what is done, so no point worrying about it at this time. An eclipse, no problem. I really ought to call a trader so I can sell those racks that I just built. Or start selling them, because I'm almost certain I won't be able to sell all of them. Exotic goods trader. Okay. Disconnect. Thank you. I look forward to doing a transaction with you. It is weird that they filled this one up before they start filling this one up. I guess that is the closer stockpile. So that's why they choose that one. Switch that over to Devil Strand. That's going to make all the difference. That 20 squares, or not even 20 squares. About, yeah, close to 20. Cargo pods. Oh, speaking of Devil Strand, trying to tell me something, Cassandra? Compact steel must be over here. Don't really need it. Plenty of steel. I wouldn't be surprised if I had some sitting, just sitting out, unused. Like this stockpile is completely full. Guess I can make it a little larger. It's not like steel goes bad in the weather. There you go, Manny. How do you like that one? Does it make you dizzy? That was mean. Looks like these are tapped out. This one as well. How about over here? Also tapped out. That's too bad. What was this? Silver? I think it was. Well, I like spelunking. Finding out what's underneath all these different stockpile zones. Nothing down there. Did I finally tap out this gold one? It looks like I did. Unless it got blown up. That's a possibility. Considering that there's a turret right there. Although it doesn't seem likely. I don't know. Who knows how fragile these things are. I don't know how many hit points they have or anything like that. I don't really have any more. That one is steel, I believe, or else I would probably have already drilled it. So that one must be steel as well. I guess we're gonna have to wait to find out. Although, we're in an eclipse, so that's why I can't tell how I can set up a. Actually, I don't even need to set up a thing. All I got to do is reconnect it over there, and then I can look and see. This way. So I'm going to take care of this between episodes. I hope you've enjoyed watching, everybody. I know, as usual, I've enjoyed playing. I will ask you to click the like button. I know you thought I was going to say I'll see you later. I'll ask you to click the like button down here on the right-hand side if you enjoyed watching this video, and if somehow you stumbled across this and want to see more, you should subscribe and then go look at this 69 episodes or 70 episodes that came before this one, because they're mostly fun. Maybe start at episode 30 or 35. So that's when the audio quality kind of gets under control. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave some comments in the comment section. That's where we talk. That's what comments are all about. I think you've read a dictionary. I'll see you next time. Bye.